Hi guys, welcome to my mental health recovery. So this week I kind of struggled with what to vlog about and what to speak about. So I put a thing on my Instagram story asking people to suggest things, and one of the suggestions that came out was how to initially open up about mental health, which I think is really important to know how to. Like, it's not only important to know how to speak about mental health, it's about how you can first open up about it. I remember realising that I was more than just sad for the first time, and I thought to myself, well, I do need to speak about it, I do need to open up about it. And there's a couple of tips I'd give to people if you're initially wanting to open up about your mental health, whether it's to a new person or it's the first time you're ever doing it. So if it's for the first time you're ever doing it, find someone you really trust. Maybe a parent, a best friend, if it's not necessarily a parent or a best friend that you can open up to. Someone close in your family, like an auntie, an uncle. Or if there's no one like that you think you can trust enough, it's someone like a school, like a teacher. Whether you're at school or you're at university or college, find a teacher or a lecturer you can trust and speak to them. They will be able to help, and they will be like confidential with you, and they'll hopefully guide you in the right path. I know, like, at universities and stuff, they do have mental health services. They do at Hull Uni. So if they do have them and you're struggling, speak to them. They will be able to help. But for me, I think it's taking it one step at a time. First, admit it to yourself that you're not just sad anymore, unfortunately. It's not just sadness, it is more than that. Second of all, sort of write down how you're feeling. So I remember when I first started struggling, I kind of said to myself, well, I feel sad, but I feel more than sad. I don't just feel sad a little bit at the time. Like, I feel sad quite often. I feel like the sadness is more than just sadness. Once you've done that, sort of think about who you could trust and who you would trust with that. Like I've said, there's a couple of different people you could choose. Really just depend on, like, you as a person and who you can trust. I would start off by telling maybe one person, get their opinion, get some advice from them, and go forward from that. When I first started suffering from mental health, I told my friends at school, and they took me to the school nurse, which was probably the best thing, like, ever for me to happen, because then I could open up about it properly and I could speak to a professional. But it's all about finding the person that will help and won't judge. Sometimes if you feel like you can't speak about it, write down. Write down a text message or physically write it out. And just, even if it makes no sense, just write it out. And it not only gets it out of your head for a little while, you can give it to someone saying maybe it doesn't make that much sense, but they might be able to get a bit of an idea from it of what's going on and how you're feeling, which is the most important part. It is basically baby steps. It's taking it one day at a time, one step at a time. Don't try and tell them everything at once. If you're struggling with a couple of issues, maybe tell them one issue. So maybe you think you might have depression. Maybe tell them that and go from there. Once you've spoken to someone and you know that you're confident speaking to that person, you feel like that person could help, go forward from there. Don't go all in at once. Take it one step at a time. That is the easiest way to do it. If you're trying to tell someone new, because obviously, like, you're not necessarily telling someone for the first time that you've struggled with mental health. Maybe you've struggled for quite a while and someone new's come into your life that you care about. My advice would just be brutally honest about it. Your mental health is part of who you are, and that's not going to change, unfortunately. It's always, even if you get over the mental, not get over it, but sort of overcome the massive struggles of it and sort of learn to cope with it, that's still going to be there in your past. It's still going to be part of your life. So my advice would be to be brutally honest about it. Say, look, this is how it is. Unfortunately, it's something I have to deal with, and that's something that's been there for however long in my life. And it's a kind of, like, you could say, so maybe I just wanted to sort of warn you. In a way, I tell people I'm trying to warn them. That's just me personally. But maybe you could say to them, I just wanted to make you aware of this issue. in case maybe I have a bad day or I'm having a bad week, then maybe at least you know, sort of thing. I find it easier to just be honest. Be straight up, be honest. Just tell them, look, this is how it is, unfortunately. This is who I am. This is me. Like, I can't change that. And I'm not going to expect anyone to want me to change. And it's a case of, if that person is going to be a special person in your life, they'll accept that. They'll stick around. Because it is who you are. You are who you are, and you can't change that, unfortunately. But you have to embrace everything about you. So embrace the good, embrace the bad. So it makes you who you are at the end of the day. And that's what's important. So it's just about taking it one day at a time for telling people and opening up to people. It's the little details of saying, instead of saying I'm sad, saying I've been feeling sad for a while now. And things like that. Just finding a way of putting it that will sort of almost set off alarm bells in someone's head. Just to say, actually, I'm struggling. It's not just I feel sad. It's something more than that. It's about finding the right vocabulary. Can't even speak myself, let alone get other people to speak. But yeah, it's all about finding them right words, just to make sure that people do realise it's more than just I'm feeling a bit sad. Like, it's yeah, I am struggling. I just wanted to mention quickly as well, everyone who watches my vlogs, I do appreciate it so much. I'm so thankful for you all, and I just want to say to all my viewers and everyone who watches my vlogs and shares my vlog, thank you so much. But not only thank you, but to make sure you're staying safe. It's really scary at the minute. It is. As you've probably seen in my vlog last week, I'm struggling quite a bit, but I'm feeling better than I did because I've spoken to people about it. Just make sure you're staying safe, and just keep speaking to your friends, keep talking to your family, keep talking to people, stay connected, because that's what's important at the minute.